Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. I would like to call the December 17th, 2024 special meeting to order at 9:30. I see we have Councillor Hall with us on Zoom today. And we will begin with our land acknowledgement. We acknowledge Athabasca County is located on First Nations Treaty 6 and Treaty 8 traditional territory. We respect and honor all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples' connection to these lands, their history, language, and culture. If we can move to the approval of the agenda, we do have all council present, so are there any additions or deletions? I will move to approve. All righty. All those in favor of approval of the agenda?
Aye.
Aye, and no opposed. 9-0. Thank you. So 4.1 bylaw 001 2025, the borrowing bylaw for 2025-2027 financial years, page 3 to 8 of your agenda. We have the third reading to complete, third reading for Councillor Cromwell. Is there any discussion? Alrighty, so the recommendation that third reading be given to bylaw 001 2025 being the borrowing bylaw.
Chair.
Oh, go ahead, please.
So when I went over this, the resolution has some changes from prior years, and I just wanted to double check, has county solicitor been consulted in the new language? And do we know with certainty that this language is acceptable to the bank? Because normally they're fussy about the format of borrowing resolutions.
Madam Chair and members of council, to answer the question, no, it has not been reviewed by the solicitor, but we have looked at other bylaws from other municipalities and used the same language from other bylaws.
Okay. All right. Is there any further discussion? All right, we'll take it to the vote. All those in favor of third reading given to bylaw 001 2025?
Aye.
And it doesn't look like there's any opposed. So that's 9-0. Thank you. And our next item is 4.2 bylaw 023-2024 Athabasca County elections bylaw, page 9 to 22 of your agenda. All right, we're just gonna get there. Would administration like to speak on this one? Okay, Councillor Mans would like to move third reading. Is there any discussion? Okay. Go ahead, Councillor Hall, and then Councillor Anderson.
There's a couple of places where I just wondered if under 6.3, the grammar, if you read that out loud, the grammar seems a little awkward. Contain only the following information: persons ordinarily resident. Like,
Okay.
I'm not sure if that should contain the following information only about persons, or there's something that just doesn't read right in that. The other one that I noticed was 7.3.1, 2, and 3. The deposit shall be in the amount. I would insert the word shall in front of the word be on all three of those clauses.
If you would like to go ahead, I know I can answer on 6.3. It is the reading of the act. That's the wording that is actually in the act. So of course, I'm satisfied with that one. And 7.3.
So let's just read that out loud. The permanent electors may contain only the following information: persons ordinarily resident in the municipality.
Correct. That is in the act. So unless you would like to lobby to have the act changed,
Whoa. I'm just asking if it makes sense. Do we all understand what that means?
And I'll just finish what I was saying. It is, like I said, according to the act. I read it and understand it as it's written. Is anybody else have any issues with that? All righty, if you'd like to.
Madam Chair, members of council, we actually reviewed it as well because it's the same thing. It didn't really roll off the tongue like we would normally speak, but yes, it is taken exactly as is from the act.
Yes, thank you. And with regards to 7.7.31, 2 and 3, I did not see anything, of course, with regards to that. Is there an objection from council to add the deposit shall? So is that what we would consider to be an amendment that we need to vote on, CAO? Yes. So I guess that's, the motion from Councillor Hall would be to add the word shall.
If necessary, I would propose that as an amendment.
I'm sorry,
I confirm I would propose that as an amendment.
as an amendment. Thank you. And that is in all three, correct? And the word shall, the deposit shall be. All those in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
That's 6, 7 opposed. That's 3, 6 and 3. The amendment passes. Now, are we able to go ahead in procedure to pass third reading as amended? I just want to confirm that for procedure.
Madam Chair, maybe I missed something. Our recommendation was pretty clear that we need the two motions. Maybe I missed that we made one.
Thank you.
Did I miss?
No, I missed it.
Oh.
Yep, no, I missed it. The amendment itself
I think
with the additional amendment.
Councillor Mins made a motion for third reading already, so that's on the table. But council should probably deal with adopting all the red line changes to the bylaw before we consider third reading.
Yes, pardon me, that was my mistake. So you don't mind having that taken back, right? Now with the new amendment, is that covered in this particular motion then?
I did not infer that that covers all the red line changes. It was only some amendments to the red line changes. So I still recommend that you need the motion as it is, and then go back to the other motion from Councillor Metz.
Okay. Just so that I'm clear, though, we passed the amendment that we just did now. That would then be included in this one, in this other motion.
That's my inference is
Okay,
that is now included in the redlined version.
thank you.
But council still needs to amend the
Yes.
bylaw to include everything else in the redlined version.
Thank you. Just wanted to make sure I understood correctly. All right, so Councillor Mins would like to put the motion that council amend bylaw 023-2024 as shown in bylaw 023-2024 election bylaw red line version. All right, is everybody okay with that? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
And no opposed? Okay, 9 and 0. Councillor Anderson, did you want to speak? Okay, thank you. So we're on to the third reading, Councillor Gerlach. That council give third reading to bylaw 023-2024 election bylaw. Any discussion? All those in favor
Aye.
and opposed? 8 and 1. Thank you. We have item 4.3. It is the financial update amendment to 2024, page 23 of your agenda. We have a couple of recommendations here. Would anyone like to speak from administration with regards to this?
Madam Chair, they're pretty straightforward. These are more housekeeping items about projects that council knows about and authorize the work. We just should have some motions to clean up the one, we just want to it's a carryover motion. The other one, we actually didn't have anything in the budget for that particular project, so we're saying we should have a motion to authorize it.
Awesome, thank you. Is there a motion? Councillor Cromwell? Would you like to do it the both?
I would like to do both the recommended and presented.
Okay, thank you. So we will start. First of all, I'd like to mention kudos to administration for sure for coming under budget for the reclamation to be able to reallocate those funds to other reclamation work. I think that's amazing. So thanks very much to administration for that. So Counselor Cromwell would like to move that council authorize transfer of remaining budgeted amounts of 575,000 from Bueller Pit Reclamation in 2024 to a restricted reserve for various reclamation work, including L. Scott in 2025. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor? And opposed?
Aye.
8 and 1, that is carried. And the second recommendation, we have Counselor Cromwell would like to move that councillor authorize transfer from the water reserve the amount of $50,000 for legal and consultant costs related to the potential transfer of utilities to the Water Commission. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
And no opposed? That would be 9 and 0. Thank you very much. So that concludes our main items. We would like to now have a motion. Counselor Cromwell would like to put a motion through that we enter closed session. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. No opposed. So that would be 9 and 0. Thank you very much.
So Madam Chair, could you let us, who from